Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back. Have not made a video in a while. I've been on vacation with the family, been busy, and I'm uploading this late. It's Monday. I usually upload these videos on Saturday or Sunday because of the weekly contest. But here I am. I'm in sunny Florida, and as luck would have it, Murphy's Law. It's been cold all week. Today's the very first nice day that we've had, and yeah, is this overexposed? Hold on a second. That looks better. Okay. So I want to give you guys a couple updates. First of all, I want to talk about this guy right here, the EM10 Mark II, and kind of some things I like and don't like about it. So I'll maybe title the video, so that's why you guys clicked here. But also, I want to touch on the week 4 and week 5 photo assignment stuff. So let's first talk about this guy right here, the EM10 Mark II. I bought this thing off of Amazon for $200 used, but used, it looked like brand new. The shutter count was like nothing. And so for all intents and purposes, a new camera. And I gotta tell you, I'll start with the things I like so far. One, and first and foremost, is I like the fact that it's $200. The fact that you can get this thing for so cheap is fantastic. Two, the fact that it's metal. You know, there's a trend in cameras these days to go to plastic bodies besides the high-end ones. And a lot of the premium cameras that are in the kind of mid-segment market or the beginner market are gone. The EM10 Mark II is the last of the metal bodies for Olympus EM10 series. The EM10 III and the EM10 IV are all plastic. Even the EM5 Mark II was metal, which I had, it was great. The EM5 Mark III is plastic. In the Olympus line, the EM1 Mark II and III, the EM1X, and hopefully whatever this WOW camera is, are the last of the metal body cameras that they make. And I got to test out the metal construction here quickly, because this year has been about destroying cameras. I put this on top of my stroller that my kids were using, put the backpack on the handles, and then get my kids out. And then, of course, the weight of the backpack flipped the stroller backwards and sent the camera flying. And it did some damage. If you guys can see right here, see that right there? Yeah, that's chunking right here on the corner of the screen. That's a little chunking right there. A little bit of marks on the hot shoe, if you can see this right there. But all in all, the camera works perfectly fine so far. There's been no issues. And it's obviously metal. It just scraped the metal, like not a big deal. I personally prefer premium feeling metal cameras, and I hate plastic cameras, so this is a win for me. Third thing, for photos, not for video. This guy, the screen, see this? Yeah, way better for photos than the articulating screen. My EM1 Mark III has that. For photos only, I prefer this screen right here. Let's see, number 4. I love the feel here of these dials right here. They're metal, they're clicky. Listen, they're good. They're good. And then number 5, I actually prefer the ergonomics. When I grab this camera, if you look right here, my fingers land right on these dials, which is where I control my shutter and aperture, or ISO, and whatever mode I'm in is what I'm controlling there. It can be exposure comp on one and aperture on the other, if it's aperture priority. And I really prefer that. So overall, like for $200, yeah, like it's a no-brainer. But let's talk about some of the bad things. Oh, whatever number I'm on, 5 or 6, I don't know what it is. The colors. Olympus has changed their colors from the 16 megapixel to the 20 megapixel sensor. And there's something about the old sensor that has more imperfection to them, more contrast, more punch, less dynamic range though, unfortunately. Who's calling me? Oh, less dynamic range, unfortunately, but it just has a different look to them. I'll put some pictures up right now from some photos I edited. These aren't great photos. It's just an example. If you do a little editing, just quick editing, and they look pretty good. And I've always liked the colors that come out of my Olympus cameras, even when I edit them. I think the files edit really nice. Might not be for you guys, but I really like them. All right, let's talk about some of the cons. Number 1 is this right here. You see this? I brought the 25 1.2 and the 12 to 100 f4 Pro. These are not small lenses in terms of micro four thirds. And the weight distribution is it's really front heavy, or it's kind of front heavy for this type of setup. I really think the body alone is set up for the 1.8 primes, like the 12.2, the 17.1.8, the 25.1.8, the 45.1.8. Those primes work really well on this body. And frankly, I prefer to hold a camera that has kind of a stubby lens setup. Like, it's why I like the Leica M's and the Cron kind of thing. That's why I like the Fuji Crons, because the body, and it's just a nice balance. It feels like you're holding the camera instead of the lens pulling the camera down. So that's a big thing there. So that's one thing I don't like, is the balance. You're going to add the grip, I think, to give your pinky a spot to run, and then also to balance out this. Number 2, the autofocus. The autofocus in single is fine. It's focus recompose camera. But if you try to do anything with AFC, nope, not going to happen. I took this on a airboat ride, and there was birds, and some of them were flying. I was trying to get them like running across the water. Yeah, this thing would not have, it couldn't focus to save its life. If I had my EM1 Mark III, I would have got some banger shots of those birds running across the water. It'd been super cool. I couldn't get them. They're all out of focus because it couldn't pick up the subject in the continual autofocus. So I shot this thing as continuous or focus recompose the entire time. Let's see. Number 3, I said ergonomics are good, but they're also bad. Like I said, your pinky hangs off. It's a little small, so that's a bit of a problem. Number 4, it doesn't have any real good video capabilities. I might do a test of that later just to show you, but no mic input, nothing like that. So it's not really meant for any kind of video work. Let's see. You know, these aren't really downsides. Like, it's a single card slot and the battery is smaller, but I had no problems with battery life, and I don't care if it's a single card slot, but some people might not find that as an option. Even though these wheels for premium, they don't lock, so there's that. I mean, it's just not a pro body. I mean, what else can I tell you? It's just not a pro body. But it's a really good entry-level body. I think one of the best that are out there. What else did I not like about this? Yeah, I think the lack of dynamic range and stuff can be a problem if you're trying to do some kind of other work. I think you have to bracket your shots if you're doing landscape, especially if like shadows and highlights. So a lot of bracketing might have to take place. You know, it's not a dynamic range monster like you might get out of some of the full frame or medium format sensors, but there's ways around it. So not a big deal. And if you're a person that likes to change autofocus points, yes, this has a D-pad right there, but I don't like doing it. It's just like, it's like playing Tetris, and I don't like that. So I guess the bottom line is, for $200, which I paid for this, you might pay a little more or a little less, I don't know. I think it's a yes. I think you focus on the glass, and if you're not somebody who needs continuous autofocus tracking, I think this thing totally works. I highly recommend it. So like I said, that's my review real quickly of this EM10 Mark II. I still don't have my EM1 Mark III back. I don't even know what's going to happen with it. So that's a bummer. It's still being fixed. I don't know. Real quick, let's talk about some the photo assignment real quick. So I caught up. I went to a safari type zoo park thing way out in like the sticks of Florida, and I took this camera of the EM10 Mark II with the 12-100 on it. Fantastic focal length, fantastic combination. The animals weren't moving real fast, and so I got some really good shots. These are just straight out of camera JPEGs. I didn't edit any of these. I'll put them up right now. And these are my animal shots from the assignment that I missed. For this week, the darkness theme, frankly, I was just too busy. I got a couple. I thought they all sucked. This was the best of the bunch, and that's not saying much. This was at the Magic Kingdom inside the Haunted Mansion. It's the chandelier inside the elevator, if you guys have ever been there. I tried to make that look as dark and spooky as I could, so that was my shot for the week. There are some much better shots, and the list, or the amount of people that is following the EJ photo assignment week whatever is growing. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll show those at the end of this video. There's a few of you that I really like your style, that I'm really kind of attracted to your photography, and I'm learning from you guys. So keep it up, keep participating. Let's see if we can get that list to grow. Again, this is Peter Forsgaard's challenge, so I'm not trying to take credit for it, but I'm just trying to repurpose it and you know, have a group of people to follow along in this challenge. And so that brings me to this next week's assignment, and that is weather, which is fitting because I'm sitting in sunny palm tree weather right now. You guys can't see behind me. And tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm recording this on Monday, we have 16 inches of snow forecasted for Metro Detroit. So it's going to be I'm hoping to get out and shoot some interesting photos with I guess probably this camera setup, because I have no idea where my EM13 is at. So this week's assignment is weather, and the photo assignment is, or the hashtag is EJ Weekly, what is it? EJ Photo Assignment WK5, Week 5. EJ Photo Assignment Week 5. So thanks to everybody. Here's some of the photos from this week, darkness. I'll do snapped screenshots of their Instagram so you see who it is. If you want to go follow them, go follow them. Doing some good stuff. And I'll see you guys. I have some videos. I have no time to edit. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.